Here we are on March 6th, and it's the day after Fat Tuesday, which makes it...
Ash Wednesday.
Yep, so you have to go out and get your ashes today.
I hear there's a special way you can do that.
Good. You are like, you pick up... I'm putting it down and you're picking them up, man.
Oh, boy.
Well, yeah, I got a email from a person in Texas, or actually it was a Facebook post of a person in Texas. In Texas, they have a drive-through for ashes. So you can do that.
Is it automated like a car wash where you
have
just
no
go through and
idea.
there's like a swiper that gets you?
I
It
guess
could be.
it could be. It could be as a. We'll see. But
Probably
anyway,
not.
That's crazy.
That is good.
in more
I'm
reverent.
an innovator.
I
You are
know.
an innovator.
I heard yesterday that they're going to have now. There's a new company that's trying to get rid of disposables. So what they've got is all these companies signing on so that you buy containers that are always reused.
Uh-huh.
So like Haagen-Dazs is going to be doing stainless steel
Ice
double-walled
cream?
ice cream containers
Oh, wow.
that you get your ice cream in, and then you throw it in a bin, and they pick it up, and they
use
wash
it
it,
again.
and you get it again. The trick is you always keep getting Haagen-Dazs. So
Oh,
it's not
not
the
like
dumbest
that.
idea that
Yeah,
has
that's
ever
true.
been.
That's true.
So they're branded.
Yeah.
They'll be unique to brands.
Yeah, so you
Kind
can't
of
right.
like-
You
kinda
can't be
like-
like, oh, Ben and Jerry's this time, Billy. No.
Like,
Yeah.
like printer ink. Like printers
Yep,
are cheap,
yep,
but the ink
yep,
is
yep.
expensive.
Yeah,
because
that's
you
great.
have
And you have
ink.
to-
There's no universal
But if they
ink.
do it, and everything becomes, it's like the old days with the milk bottle.
Well, that's what I was just
It's
going to
the
say. The
return
same
of the
thing.
milk
It's
bottle.
what's old is new again. It's, we used to every morning we would have. Well,
So
maybe a
maybe
couple
we
times a
won't-
week. We had a milk box that had
Yeah.
the milk company's
Yeah.
name on it. You opened it up, and inside there was the
And
milk.
supposedly the
Even I remember
containers
that.
will know when they're empty,
Yeah.
so it'll automatically reorder for you.
Oh, get out. This is. Where are
Wow.
we? Anyway.
We're at the feed, and it's great.
It's
We're on the
feed and it's
cutting edge-
Wednesday.
cutting
All
edge
right.
of energy.
And we have David Stearns. I didn't introduce you, but one of our
Sorry.
favorite guests.
Go on.
Go
Tell me
on.
more.
So you have some meeting results from.
Oh yeah, yesterday was the elections for the select board, and we had 2 seats open, a 3-year seat, and actually 3 seats open, a 3-year seat and 2 1-year seats. Peter Golick won the 3-year seat, 338 to 113, and Stefan Golick won the one of the 1-year seats, and Ben Mazur won the other one.
Miss Shore.
Monsieur. I know. I'm not. I always. And I say Stefan.
Stefan, I know. If there's a name that can be butchered, Mike will do it.
It's my specialty.
So I want to give.
Here I am, David Stern.
David Stern.
I want to give a little shout out today and do a little smack talk to Mike, because do you know what I have in this container? It's not actually honey. It's better than honey. It's liquid gold.
It's oil.
That's
It is-
oil in it.
Miller's own world famous homemade salad dressing. They have given me a little bit of the gold.
This is Tom and Chris
Tom and
Miller.
Tom and
Chris
Chris
Miller.
that they make for the Rotary.
They make for the Rotary Spaghetti Dinner, and it is world famous. It is why people come to the spaghetti dinner,
Yeah.
to have Chris and Tom's homemade dressing. And I actually have a container.
And she's rubbing it in
I'm
because I
rubbing
didn't
it
get
in
one.
because Mike did not get a container of it.
Okay, we have to up security.
You do have to up security. It's true, because actually, and Chris specified I cannot take it into the lab for testing to find out the ingredients. And I said, Chris, truly, I don't even like to cook. Do you really think I'm going to care what the ingredients are if someone else made it for me? I'm not going to try to recreate it myself. That's a guarantee. A guarantee.
I thought it was going to be some kind of special medicine, and since you're both kind of sick, I figured
I think
How
it
good- how
is
good can
special
it be?
medicine. I
We
think
might
it
actually have
is.
to drain these cups and drink
And drink
Miller's.
that. I have a feeling
Yeah.
it probably has a special.
it probably has medicinal qualities.
because it was made with love.
Oh, let's take a moment.
All right, Marty, go.
I just want to give a quick shout out to the library and to Wunderbar. Last Saturday afternoon was their annual trivia contest. They called it Tiki Trivia this year, and instead of holding it at the library, they had it at Wunderbar, and it was a fun event. It was packed. Everybody that a lot of folks from town were there. Wunderbar did an awesome job with the food. They did a really nice job. The library board, the directors, and the library staff did a nice job decorating. They had it set up and run very well, and it was just a really fun Saturday afternoon. And hopefully they made a lot of money, and it'll go It'll go to things at
Why
the
was it
library.
tiki trivia though? Was it
I
like
think it's just
about
there's a theme.
Polynesia?
Yeah, there was a lot of there was at least one category. There's a category that was islands. There was a category that was tiki. There was a food category, but it was like tiki themed.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it was just the idea. It was the end of February, and people are looking to more
Tropical
tropical
climes.
Yeah, I can
climes.
see that.
Yes, exactly. So huge shout out.
Wonder Bar has been doing lots of stuff. They're working with us for Chicago for. I'm trying
Are they
to make
really?
a segue right here.
That's very good
Good,
segue.
good.
Yeah, they are. They're doing a special evening after our second Saturday performance. We're going to have a huge sort of Prohibition era
Oh,
themed
really?
night at Wonder Bar. So they're helping us with that, and they may help us with our cast party also. So we
Nice.
may just walk out and go next door and all be together in their space. But they've been super friendly and really have great ideas.
And I hear that you're doing an opening night gala. Can you tell us a little bit about
We
that?
are doing an opening night gala. It is a fundraiser, so it's on the pricey end of things. But it's at Popolo on Thursday night, our opening, the 28th, which just happens to be my birthday. And
Wow.
I know. And it's there's a wonderful menu with. I'm having a mental block.
It's a
Not
heavy hors-
mussels, but scallops.
Yeah.
Scallops and really, it's heavy hors d'oeuvres.
I was just saying, it's a heavy
And
hors d'oeuvre
It's heavy hors d'oeuvres because we had to serve everybody, but then they have to go from there to the show
show.
directly, and they're not going to eat until after that. So, and it comes with a Prohibition cocktail themed drink, the Razzle Dazzle
Wow, neat.
Chicago cocktail, which is a raspberry sort of a cosmopolitan-y thing. And we're going to have fun there and then head on over for opening night. It's really feels like a very exciting time for Main Street Arts right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to 2 shows a year at the Opera House
You are
starting
really?
this year.
Wow,
We're doing
great.
a second show in November, which is going to be The Secret Garden, which is our first really family-themed show at the Opera House. We're hoping after this to start moving between sort of very
Yes,
child-friendly family shows and more adult-themed shows.
So are you encouraging people to dress in a Prohibition sort of dress?
So
when they
we're
go?
looking at a 20s night at the Opera House, which I wish I could remember when it was, but it's in the first weekend. Which we thought would be fun.
That
There'll be
would
a
be
photo
a lot of fun.
booth,
That
and
would
there'll be a
really be
little
cool.
kind of dress up, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, yeah.
Because
yeah.
you did that for you did the steampunk night for
Steampunk,
Sweeney
yeah.
Todd, right?
for Sweeney Todd, and that was a lot of fun. And so the prices for the opening night gala are $100 a ticket, which includes the ticket to the show.
Oh, okay. So that's-
and
that's-
it includes
that's-
dinner.
yeah.
And but it's definitely a fundraiser. So
Well, you have to raise funds, right?
you have to raise funds.
And how is if someone was interested in that? Was they buying the tickets through you? Or through
Just
Popolo?
you have to call Main Street Arts.
Okay.
And you can go to mainstreetarts.org and get the phone number and call, and because those are specific and need to be reserved specifically.
Okay. So you get dinner, then do you get a specific? Are you doing assigned seating like you did last year?
Yep, it's assigned seating, and the seats for the gala are great seats. They're sort
A
of
block of seats.
yep,
that are
a block of seats, central seats.
Nice.
It's good. We're excited, and tickets for that are already moving.
I think the tickets for the show in general are moving this year, aren't they?
The tickets we've never sold like we're selling, and we've sold out many shows in the past, but we've already sold well over 1,000 tickets.
Really? Wow.
And
great.
we're weeks, we're almost a month out. So,
Because we've been encouraging people every week to get their tickets because I have a feeling that you will sell out before you open on some nights. That's my guess. That's my prediction.
certainly opening night Saturday and probably Friday and Saturday are already
Really close.
looking.
Yeah.
Not really close, but
But just
if
the
you're looking
part
for a
of
really
the-
good central seat or whatever, or the front row balcony, which are great seats, they're gone.
Wow.
So,
That's great.
So maybe people don't know, you keep mentioning Prohibition era, but can you tell a little bit of the background and the storyline for Chicago?
So Chicago, I mean, I'm somebody just sent me a film on the making of Chicago and the mission, and I haven't looked at it yet.
Well, you're busy.
So, I mean, I know a bunch about it. For me, the rationale for doing the show, why somebody said, why Chicago, why now? Really, it's a show about a bunch of criminals, murderers in this case, women who murder their husbands, who parlay the notoriety and fame that they get through murder into careers in show business. It really is a show about the corruption of justice. I mean, it ends in this big trial scene. The show culminates in a big trial scene. I won't spoil it for you.
But you're hitting the themes, though. It's really...
There's a big trial scene where we have chosen to, if you look at a lot of the way the show's been done on Broadway and elsewhere, it's a very, for me, it's an odd choice. There's a lot of I call it the black underwear production.
I was gonna ask next about the costuming. You're doing different costuming than
Our whole show is circus themed. So the set is very circus, and the costumes are sort of burlesque circus. There are fan dancers. It's all very Billy Flynn as a ringmaster, Amos sort of as a sad clown.
Great.
And it seems to work beautifully. And there are lines in the show. Typically, if you watch the movie, Razzle Dazzle is done sort of in a circus format, which is when he says, it's all a circus, these trials, the whole world, but babe, you're working with a star. And for me, I can't say that doesn't ring true to current
events.
Political
you are just hitting
world
it right
and
on.
events. The corruption of justice. We're going to do justice as a clown. I won't tell you too much more. I mean, there is a character justice who holds the sword and the scale. But I really feel like current political, social climate almost demanded the show. And
that's a good choice.
And I think it's satirical. Hopefully it's a way that we can talk about things. I keep being told, and my program note, which I wrote yesterday, I keep being told, can't be political, you can't be political.
But you don't have, in this case, I don't think it's more, it's more about why does celebrity why being a celebrity, why does that give you relevance?
And why does being a celebrity and having money give you an option for justice that is different than the option for justice that people without celebrity and money might.
And it's not just politics, it's everywhere in our society today. It's like, we won't even go into the
And there's one woman,
that currently happened in Chicago.
Katerina Hunyak. They're all guilty, every single murderess in this murderer's row, except one, who keeps saying, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty. She doesn't fare as well as all the others, and it just turns out that she's an immigrant.
Oh, boy.
Which, when you think about it, the show was written in 1972.
Yeah.
So it's very topical right now. And in fact, it was interesting, when it opened, it was panned. Or it wasn't panned, but it didn't do that well.
Really?
When it came back, which was right after the OJ trial, and people said it the first time that it didn't feel believable. It felt, and then after OJ, it sold like hotcakes, and it's never left Broadway since.
I didn't realize it was that recent as far as musicals go.
Yeah, it was 72. 72 was when it was written. It's a Bob Fosse sort of mid-career, late career.
Yeah, way after.
For some reason, I thought it was an earlier done.
I think it's based on a book. I think it's based on a book that is older. Anyway, but it's we're excited about it. We're excited about the satire. We're excited about the dance. It's our first. It's probably the biggest dance show we've done.
Yeah, well, I was going to say it's
sort of split that load because there is actually so much dance. And we keep rehearsing dance. There's like 2 dances and a little scene, and 2 dances and a little scene. And dance takes so much
Oh, yeah,
work and
yeah.
precision.
Yeah, because it's got to look, I mean, ideally flawless.
Flawless would be good. Flawless is not. We're not. I'm not pursuing
for
that,
there, but-
I'm pursuing captivating and excellent.
So how many people are in the cast then, would you say, roughly?
It's the smallest show we've done at the Opera House.
Really?
It's 25 people. So last year was 55 people. But it's a different kind of ensemble, and we're trying again when we do Secret Garden. I'll probably make that larger, and we're going to try and move from
things
sort of
about,
all inclusive to allow for a little tighter.
Are you doing dual casts again, like you did for Superstar?
Only one role,
Okay.
Mama Morton, and
And she was like the matron, right? of the-
she runs the prison,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Matron Mama Morton. And it just seemed like we had two very viable candidates
really?
who did things really differently, and why not include them both?
I think that worked out well last year, don't you think?
So it's great for inclusion, and it changes your rehearsal load in that you have two people that need to be rehearsed up.
Yeah,
And when you
yeah.
get into things like dress rehearsal, everybody gets every other one. So they don't always like it because they can't prepare as
well
as other
But it
people.
actually, it doesn't double it, I guess. I was thinking the rest of the cast is like really,
Right, and the other thing you get out of it is you get to watch somebody else work
good
inside
point,
the
yeah,
role,
yeah.
and it feeds you something.
yeah, so that's almost like a feedback loop where you
So,
can see how they do it.
you stand
and
back
see-
and you go, oh, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I should try integrating something like that. Hopefully not, trying to duplicate too
Mm-hmm,
much, but because I love their individuality.
I found from an audience perspective it was interesting because I happened to go. I just lucked out last year and went to two performances, and I got to see both of them because you had more than.
And they were very different.
They were very different, but it was interesting. It's so for an audience perspective, and it's kind of. Like I said,
They call them the young Jesus and the
Oh,
old
really?
Jesus. Or they call them the bald Judas and the hairy Judas.
So I just happened to be going 2 times, and it allowed it to be a different experience. Sometimes you go because you want to see it. Actually, sometimes every time you see a live performance, it's a little different anyway. Every time you see it, but it was. I thought it was an interesting technique. Thought it was
Yeah, and again, it's been both really positive and difficult at
I'm
times.
sure.
So, and our technical staff, the whole, in terms of splendor, the piece is going to be amazing.
Really?
Well, it calls for something like Razzle Dazzle. I mean, it just calls for spectacle. It's basically saying form over substance. It's saying dazzle me.
Yeah, that's true.
If you can't, what is it, the saying? If you can't,
Baff-
it's something with brilliance.
Yes, if you can't dazzle me with brilliance, baffle me with.
The other
bullshit.
stuff, yeah. And
With what?
Well, we can't say that. Only the president can say that on TV
Oh, otherwise we would
about
get
other
kicked off.
countries.
about other countries.
Yeah.
Or about the Democrats.
But we
But-
digress. And
Well,
But we
Sorry.
But we
which is
digress.
where we
We said don't be
wanna go.
political.
I
We
know.
want to talk about. So, so you start rehearsing in January, right?
We do. Yep, pretty much the beginning of January.
And so I just want to kind of give people an idea of how much work goes into this production. I don't think people always understand how much work behind the scenes. And you're there. You guys are all there like almost every night, right? Or somewhere.
Every afternoon. I think.
Yeah, we have a building crew that's at the theater every day,
Yeah.
which boggles my mind that they're all unpaid. but I've got a crew waiting for me right now at the Opera House, and then we rehearse in the evenings, and we rehearse at Main Street Arts when the Opera House has got
Yeah.
a movie in it, and then we'll rehearse we'll rehearse at Main Street Arts when the Opera House has a movie, yeah, and then we'll rehearse at the Opera House when it's open.
And you
And-
built out the stage like 5 feet or 6 feet, or
5 feet.
yeah, because we had the town meeting last Monday,
Yep.
and they had the select board members up on the stage. They'd never done that before.
Which I thought actually worked better.
I thought it was a lot better.
Yeah,
It was
it was
like
way
you
better.
have improved the town in
I tried.
ways
I
that-
had to convince them actually, because I was like, "But people want to see you, and it's better."
Oh, it was much better. It was great.
And they didn't. They were worried about the lighting, but we've also upped the lighting in there.
Yeah,
so we
you
were
had
able to
it's like
warm their
spots
faces.
were going,
But
like
those towers that are left and right, that we build these pipe towers for follow spot operators and for different lighting effects and so on. So all of that, actually, we're getting into lighting now, and the costumers have just been slaving away at these unbelievable, ornate, beautiful. If you look at, I mean, every chorus member has the, you know,
Oh,
it's
like
like the
a-
Rockettes, like,
Yeah, like
a
a,
headpiece and a
Vegas
full,
showgirl
full,
sort of,
like
yeah.
Vegas show, full corset and these flared little butt fluff things, and
I think that's the technical technique.
that is actually the term that
Is
they
it?
use at the shop. I think Liz coined it, but we like it. It describes what's happening.
Yes.
So come, it's really going to be fun. It is really going to be a ball.
So, in addition to all the work you're putting into Chicago, it seems like there's been some other happenings at Main Street Arts as well. Main Street Arts has other things going on too, right?
I mean,
Every weekend. Yeah, it seems
we have a music in quarter time, which is a program of music coming in every quarter, different pieces. We have classical music, jazz music, folk music. We have classes all the time, and you can just go on the website and get into classes. And we had a flood a year ago, February.
And took out the kitchen.
Took out the kitchen and the art room, and we now have a contractor in there
Really?
rebuilding
Good
the
for
kitchen
you.
and the art room,
Good
and
for
our
you.
hope is that
And are you getting
we
your
will make
bath-
it better than it was.
Are you getting your bathroom, your cast
We are
bathroom?
getting a cast bathroom, and we are getting a commercial kitchen, which will allow us to serve beer and wine at functions like gallery openings and things like that. And it'll also give us cooking classes, gastronomy, which is a real wonderful creative art that we'll be able to
Yeah.
play around in. And I think food and community
They go
go
very
really well together.
I think
So upping the kitchen has got us really excited.
that's good. I thought I saw you at the select board meeting a few weeks ago, talking about doing. Were you talking about doing beverages for the?
Yes, we are going to have beer and wine at Chicago.
Really?
So
Like
for the
certain-
first time,
Certain showings or all showings or?
well, not the matinees,
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I guess maybe not.
all the evening
Yeah.
shows.
Neat.
So I hope that goes well. We're looking at that as additive for people's experience, just that they can come in and have a glass of wine while they wait or whatever. Hopefully, it'll all work.
Yeah, I heard that. The other rumor I had heard.
I don't think it's a moneymaker, but I think it's an additive experience.
Are you doing it? So you're catering it, or is it going? through
We
the
have
restaurant?
somebody who's going to
Yeah.
come in and do it.
But I heard a rumor that what is the blue blue silo?
Blue
or-
Silo.
I heard they were trying to open before Chicago so that they could do like a beer and wine thing. But I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard
follow up on
much
that.
more about the Blue
Is
Silo.
that the restaurant that's going in where the
Cafe
Cafe
Seven.
7 was,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have not heard about
No,
that
okay.
either. I haven't seen a flurry of activity, but it may be
Neither have I.
happening.
Maybe
Because
it
I
just
hear
got-
that they're putting the kitchen in downstairs.
Right,
Yeah,
so
that's what
a
I heard
big
too.
retro
Yeah.
fit to put that in downstairs. So
Yeah, so maybe not.
I think it'd be great if they can pull it off, because if we sell out and there's 500 people pouring into
It'd be
Bellows
nice to have a
Falls,
place to.
Popolo's was turning people away last year. Shona's is not
There
here to
anymore.
fill, but Wonder Bar is gonna. I mean, I think we're gonna pack. That's the hope. The hope is that we bring economic. We do
Well,
what
that- yeah,
Roots on
that's-
the River does. That
Yeah,
we
exactly.
we make 2 weekends really economically strong in Bellows Falls and the region.
I thought it was wise that I looked on your event page the other day, yesterday actually, looking for some pictures, and that you had done a little blurb about parking so people would know where to park. And I think that's a big one.
And for the first time this year, we're going to have people stationed outside on the street before the show, ushering people down toward the Waypoint Center, and maybe have
Oh,
someone
okay,
down there
so that
as
they
well.
have some,
So
yeah,
they know,
ideas
so
of
that
where to
people that are
park.
coming out of town, from out of
Yeah,
town,
yeah,
if
it's
they
like-
haven't memorized the website and so on like that, we
That
don't
could be a little
have-
confusing with the Canal Street.
Sometimes people are really frustrated if they show up at 5 minutes before curtain and they can't find a place to park and they don't know
Right
where
out
they're going. Then do they pull over and send somebody inside? And so we're hoping that we do it better.
So arrive early and have a glass of wine.
Arrive early, have a glass of wine, dress in your 20s outfit.
Yeah.
You know how we have a raffle that I'm very excited about. We're doing sort of giant paper dolls of burlesque characters on the back wall, and then they're all going to have their costumes on them, sort of like our costumes. And then you pay your raffle and you remove an article of clothing from the paper doll, and there are raffle prizes hidden under certain articles of clothing.
That's great.
Well,
So,
that's interesting.
That's very clever.
so it's sort of somewhere between the burlesque striptease
Yeah.
and the raffle, which we think is fun. You
That's-
might think it's disgusting, but
That's
we think it's
that's
fun.
ongoing or just
It's every night.
every night?
Every night.
Well, the clock on the wall, and Alex is
Oh, is he
telling
giving us the?
He's
yeah, 'cause
giving
I
us the
started
cut.
this. He's giving us the cut.
So-
So MainStreetArts.org is the best place to get tickets, correct?
Indeed, MainStreetArts.org, and you can buy tickets right there online if you have any questions. There, look at all that. You
Right
can
there.
you can call us at 802-869-2960, and we can even set you up with a gala ticket if you're that excited.
Okay, that's it for the feed. See you next week.
Thank you all.